Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. A man should look for what is, and not for what he thinks should be. All religions, arts, and sciences are branches of the same tree. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. Knowledge of what is does not open the door directly to what should be. Information is not knowledge. The difference between stupidity and genius is that genius has its limits. I never think of the future, it comes soon enough. The distinction between the past, present, and future is only a stubbornly persistent illusion. The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art and science. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. Any man who reads too much and uses his own brain too little falls into lazy habits of thinking. It is a miracle that curiosity survives formal education. Most of the fundamental ideas of science are essentially simple, and may, as a rule, be expressed in a language comprehensible to everyone. Only two things are infinite: the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the former. No amount of experimentation can ever prove me right. A single experiment can prove me wrong. Science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind. The only source of knowledge is experience. The gift of fantasy has meant more to me than my talent for absorbing positive knowledge. It's not that I'm so smart. It's just that I stay with problems longer. There comes a time when the mind takes a higher plane of knowledge, but can never prove how it got there. The attempt to combine wisdom and power has only rarely been successful, and then only for a short while. You ask me if I keep a notebook to record my great ideas. I've only ever had one. Only one who devotes himself to a cause with his whole strength and soul can be a true master. For this reason, mastery demands all of a person. The distinction between the past, present, and future is only a stubbornly persistent illusion. I believe that a simple and unassuming manner of life is best for everyone, best both for the body and the mind. Without deep reflection, one knows from daily life that one exists for other people. The devil has put a penalty on all things we enjoy in life. Either we suffer in health, for we suffer in soul, or we get fat. Few are those who see with their own eyes and feel with their own hearts. I would teach peace rather than war. I would inculcate love rather than hate. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. I speak to everyone in the same way, whether he is the garbage man or the president of the university. The important thing is to not stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. A question that sometimes drives me hazy. Am I or are the others crazy? The world is in greater peril from those who tolerate or encourage evil than from those who actually commit it. All that is valuable in human society depends upon the opportunity for development accorded the individual. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existence. Let us not forget that human knowledge and skills alone cannot lead humanity to a happy and dignified life. He who can no longer pause to wonder and stand wrapped in awe is as good as dead. His eyes are closed. I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious. Invention is not the product of logical thought, even though the final product is tied to a logical structure. Science can flourish only in an atmosphere of free speech. A happy man is too satisfied with the present to dwell too much on the future. Man would indeed be in a poor way if he had to be restrained by fear of punishment and hopes of reward after death. The great moral teachers of humanity were, in a way, artistic geniuses in the art of living.